The Austin A60 Cambridge was never meant to be the loudest car on the road. It was quiet, sensible, and almost stubbornly British. Yet behind that modest shape were Italian lines, hidden engineering tweaks, taxi secrets, police duties, and a strange ability to outlive expectations. Subscribe if you love classic British car documentaries. Today, we're uncovering the forgotten details of the A60 Cambridge that even many classic car fans might have missed. The conservative car that refused to die. The strangest thing about the Austin A60 Cambridge was not that it looked old-fashioned by the late 1960s, but that people kept buying it anyway. By 1961, Britain's motor industry was already moving towards newer ideas, yet this calm, upright saloon still felt reassuring to many families. It offered 4 doors, a proper boot, simple mechanicals, and the kind of honest visibility that made daily driving feel easy. For buyers who did not want futuristic experiments, that was a hidden advantage. Even when more advanced BMC cars arrived, the A60 carried on until 1969. It became a reminder that progress does not always kill familiarity overnight. Pin-in-Farina lines, British sensibility. One of the most distinctive features of the A60 Cambridge was its Italian-inspired Farina styling, quietly adapted for very British tastes. Unlike flashier continental saloons, the A60 wore its Pininfarina influence with restraint, a broad grille, straight flanks, modest tail fins, and clean chrome detailing. The shape gave an ordinary family car a touch of imported sophistication without frightening conservative buyers. It looked smarter than its price suggested, yet still sensible enough to park outside a semi-detached house in Birmingham, Oxford, or Surrey. This clever balance mattered. The A60 was not trying to be glamorous. It was trying to make middle-class motoring feel dignified. The tiny changes that transformed the drive. Underneath the familiar body, the A60 hid a series of small but meaningful improvements. Compared with the earlier A55 Cambridge, it gained a longer wheelbase, wider track, anti-roll bars, and the larger 1.6-litre B-Series engine. None of these changes sounded dramatic on their own, but together they made the car feel more settled, more confident, and less like a saloon from the previous decade. The practical benefit was simple: better cruising, better stability, and a little more strength for loaded family journeys. This was not remarkable engineering in a sports car sense. It was the quieter kind of engineering that made a modest car easier to live with. The diesel Cambridge nobody wanted, except taxi men. The A60 diesel was one of the oddest members of the Cambridge family. It used a B-Series diesel engine that prioritized economy over refinement, giving the car a slower, noisier, more workmanlike character than the petrol version. For private buyers dreaming of smooth Sunday drives, that sounded deeply unattractive. But for taxi operators and commercial users, the equation was different. Fuel economy, durability, and simple servicing mattered more than acceleration. That is what makes this version fascinating. It was not built to charm the heart, but to survive long shifts on British roads. Today, its very lack of glamour makes it one of the most intriguing A60 stories. The estate that replaced bigger police cars. Few people imagine the Austin A60 Cambridge as a police car, yet the Countryman estate found a surprising role in real British service. In Hertfordshire during the 1960s, A60 Countryman models were used as area cars, replacing larger 3-litre vehicles in certain duties. That sounds almost absurd at first, a modest family estate stepping into a job once given to more powerful machinery. But the logic was practical. The Countryman offered usable load space, 4-cylinder economy, easier maneuverability, and enough presence for everyday policing. It was not built for dramatic high-speed chases. Its hidden advantage was usefulness. proving that authority on the road did not always need a big engine. Britain's early automatic family saloon surprise. One unusual detail that made the A60 feel more modern than it looked was the availability of an automatic gearbox. The Borg-Warner Type 35 automatic gave this upright British saloon an unexpected taste of convenience, especially when paired with a column selector. In an age when many family cars still demanded constant gear changing, this was a surprisingly practical solution. It made town driving easier, reduced effort in traffic, and gave the Cambridge a more relaxed personality. The idea was not about speed or excitement, it was about comfort becoming more important in ordinary motoring. Beneath that conservative body, the A60 was quietly acknowledging the future. The forgotten car that crashed into the Italian job. The Austin A60 Cambridge even earned a tiny piece of pop culture immortality through the Italian job. Not as the hero car, not as a mini weaving through Turin, but as a forgotten British saloon caught in the film's comic machinery. That almost makes the appearance more perfect. The A60 was never a poster car. It was the sort of car that lived in the background of real Britain, parked outside shops, stations, police yards, and suburban homes. Its screen moment worked because viewers recognized its ordinariness. In a film filled with chaos and national character, the Cambridge became part of the scenery of memory. The Austin A60 Cambridge was not just another family saloon, it was a stubborn survivor. A practical workhorse and a quietly fascinating piece of British motoring history. From its Farina styling to its diesel taxi life, police estate duties and unexpected pop culture legacy, it proved that ordinary cars can hide extraordinary stories. Click to watch more videos about classic British cars. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your thoughts on the A60. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.